Yo guys, it's your boy the Purist and we're here to talk boxing. I'm here with Coach Mickey, head coach of the setup that we have. Rama's my move, Super Bantamweight, Southern Area title, and we've got Jordan. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder.
Look, first of all, how many people can genuinely say that they expected or thought that could happen? Do you not think Fury, going into the fight, did you have any belief? Fury said what he was going to do. Did anyone believe he was going to do it?
No, I did. I was just expecting him to...
I expected him to be more aggressive, so he gone.
Yeah, sorry, I expected him just to go on the back foot and do what he did the first time, with maybe a few more spots of aggression, but not the way he did do it.
That's me personally, the same thing. I'll put money on him to stop him, but obviously changing the trainer, you knew he was going to have to be more aggressive than he would have been in the first fight, but I don't think anyone expected that much one-sided.
To be fair, I didn't expect him to do it, and I thought if he did try and do it, he would have got stopped early. I predicted Fury to get stopped, and the man keeps proving me wrong. But
you predicted Fury to get stopped?
I predicted Fury to get stopped. I thought Wilder would pull it off this time.
That's why we don't go to Rames for boxing knowledge.
And Fury proved me wrong again, so I can't predict the man. What you better get to him next time he loses.
I didn't expect it to be so easy to just walk in on such a big puncher, nothing come back. Every time Fury came in, 2 feints, a jab and a right hand. There was no head movement, there was no footwork, there was no counter, there was no boxing skill whatsoever on the back foot.
In other words, all the things Fury is good at, you didn't even see that fight.
Yeah,
all the things that
he didn't need to do it, and I think he was very strategic in walking him down. I know people were saying, he just walked him down, but it was still, the first 2 rounds, he was still stepping off. He was going in for a few shots, but then he'll step back to miss Wilder's shots, and then obviously make him miss, make him pay. I think he made him pay well, and I think Wilder just never seen nothing like that before. He never had someone literally with no respect come in and walk him down.
Yeah, I think that was the... Touching on what you've just said, Fury is the only person that's got in with Wilder, showing no respect. He's walked him down, and then from the beginning, Wilder's used to being the person putting them on the back foot. He's not used to taking a step back, and even if he is, he's looking to load up. He felt Fury's jab early on, it was a stiff jab, and then from then he was highly alert, he was throwing wild shots. Although he's wild anyway, he just looked extra cautious in his eyes. Cautious. And Fury's the first person to show him any respect, and it shows. Wilder's defense, awful, and he's just exploited that. And it's awful. Like recently, the guy's had 40 professional fights. How many is an amateur? He's an Olympian, he's a bronze medalist. You're telling me you can't stick your hands up and tuck up? Like it's unheard of. And obviously, he's got that monstrous power. He's got a way up till now, not having no defense. But to me, as a professional athlete, that's like being a footballer and not being able to use your left foot. Or vice versa. Like you're doing it day in, day out. You shouldn't have defense.
I was saying to Mickey earlier, there's been certain fighters in certain periods of fights, like Eric Molina. He stuck on Wilder for a couple rounds, caught him with a left hook. Well, obviously, he ain't got the scores like Fury, so he got knocked out. Johan Duopa, this guy there, he's thinking, who the hell is that?
Even Stalker.
Yeah, Stalker gave him lots of trouble, innit? So it's not a case of, Fury exposed Wilder. We knew this guy was terrible, innit? He just didn't know he was that bad.
But in my defense at that, obviously, I said, personally, Fury has come on, Wilder has come on a lot since them fights. Since them fights, and even since the first Fury fight. I said, personally, I think the guy's got a lot more, he's calm, he's patient, because he knows to set up the right hand. And even his right hand is a lot more direct, it's a lot straighter. The early knockouts was wild looping shots. Where since then, I think he started getting a lot cleaner knockouts, like the Brazil fight and the Ortiz, the last one. It was good straight right hands where they weren't kind of wasted. You know what I mean? So again, I know you're saying about it wasn't necessarily he was exposed by Fury because you see the weaknesses, but I think it still was a better Wilder than all them other guys fought. But Fury is that much better than that much of a higher level above that he just made it look like walking above.
Good question. Out of all of other Wilder's opponents that he's fought, how many of them are taller than him or bigger than him?
Can't think of any.
Washington will be similar height.
Washington gave him a tough time as well, to be fair, for 4 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the big difference here is that all Wilder's other opponents gave him some sort of respect. It feels like in this fight, Fury gave him zero respect. He sat on him, he smothered his work, took the distance away from his right hand. He literally gave him no respect whatsoever. And I think the fact that Wilder knew that Fury has zero respect for him, is that he may want to go into a bit of a show.
But he didn't realise that till 2 rounds in. You know what I mean? He didn't really, obviously, he got in there with full intentions. Yeah, come down with a suit, come down with a face mask thing, like, you know what I mean? In his head, he thought, bam, this is business as usual. But obviously, 2 rounds in, he started thinking, bro, what is going on here? Like you said, no one's ever backed him up like that. That lack of respect to allow Fury back him up. No one's ever backed Wilder up like that. We know Wilder likes his distance to let off the power shot. No one's ever smothered him, and he's never. Tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know, but I've never seen a Wilder knockout from a short inside shot. Everything's long range. So I think it was a boxing masterclass. Fury knew, closed that gap, and he had no weapons against no answer for it. For a man that's going to be physically bigger than him, stronger than him, and getting up close and personal.
Deontay Wilder has 30 days to initiate his rematch clause. If you was a part of his team, how would you advise him?
Run. Go as far away from Tyson Fury as possible. I won't go near it.
Wilder's a fighter, he's always going to want the rematch clause, but his trainers and team, as you said, I think should avoid it for now. I think if I'm Wilder and they're desperate for the AJ and Fury fight, Wilder can pretend like he's going to execute their rematch clause, try and get a bit more money out, step aside, let AJ and Fury do their thing, and then make a few adjustments that he needs to. Maybe the winner of HV would become franchise champion and he could be his old belt, something like that. But I think for now, the immediate rematch isn't in Wilder's best interest.
Yeah, I think going forward, I mean, technically he's lost 2 fights in a bounce. Fury should have won the first one. He's got so much he needs to improve. If he exercises that 30-day rematch clause, that means he's going to be fighting in June, potentially.
Around about, yeah.
Yeah, because that's when they want to have it. Wilder's got too much that he needs to fix in that time scale. But also, the problem that he faces is that, okay, if he doesn't take that rematch and there's not a deal in place where he fights the winner of AJ and Fury,
Where does he go?
He's potentially waiting another 2 years, 3 years before he can even challenge for that belt. You're going to have the rematch with Tyson Fury AJ. You're going to have Dylan White thrown in there because he's been mandatory for goodness how many days now. You're going to have Usyk that's been running, he's up and coming. You're going to have, in that time scale, probably Daniel Roger Joyce, all these up and coming fighters coming. It's, are you prepared to sacrifice that chance of getting him back now, like what AJ did, or wait and you develop yourself? But he's getting older as well, so do you want to run the risk of?
I thought AJ was brave to take the Ruiz fight straight away, given what happened. But even he had the 3 rounds of success that he could take positive and think that it was adjustments. Wilder, his team got to know that it's not no little adjustments they've got to make. They've got extreme.
That's what I wanted to say. Ramos said he has to work on certain adjustments. Throughout Wilder's whole career, what can you say he has improved and what? The only thing I've heard people say is the right hand's
Yeah. This is the argument we had earlier.
You know what it is? It's like Superman, just walking around, just knocking everyone out. And all of a sudden, you got someone made of kryptonite. There's nothing you can
I think the case of Wilder is that he's always known he can blast them out, so he's neglected them improvements because he's always been winning. I think maybe now that he's lost, he might go back, and I might be wrong, but he might go back and maybe...
Even the Ortiz fight, people saying he's improved, he knows how to set the right hand. What he did was get battered for 6 rounds and then land on right hand.
He didn't improve, don't worry, he set the right hand well, he didn't improve, but I think because he's always been winning, he's also known that...
But I think that Ortiz fight, I think he tried to be different. I think he went in there and he tried to work on boxing. Obviously he weren't working well because like he said he was getting schooled, but at least it was nice to see him, rather than going out the way he did against Brazil, got boom, 2 shots. He just calm, composed. So maybe that was a practice from the game, from the training point of view. Maybe that was a game plan to practice what he would want to do against Fury by being patient, being calm.
The thing is, Ortiz was his first loss, right? Wilder was
Ortiz's first
loss. He's a smooth operator. I mean, he's a southpaw, he's seasoned Cuban boxer.
He's 8 years old.
Yeah, 80 years old. But obviously he knows his way around the ring. Mate, the thing is, in boxing, people go their whole careers potentially not fighting people. I mean, let's just take the guy who lost all his belts to J-Rock. Joe Hurd. If you look at his record, I ain't seen one decent. Going forward, what style of boxing would you want to see Wilder implement? Because me personally, I'd like to see him go to Mexico and adopt that Andy Ruiz hunting.
Come forward. But like Abs is saying, we're not talking about subtle changes he needs to make. Like he said, The guy couldn't even, you said it, he can't even put his guard up. How can you expect a 34-year-old in one training camp go from not even being able to hold a guard to actually holding a nice compact guard where he catches shots and counter shots?
This is the thing. I think when you get to a certain stage, you're a proven world champion. You've been there for 5 years. There's nothing, if you ain't got that respect for your trainer from day one, if you ain't been there from day one, you look at it, they're a bunch of yes men, that's how I see it. So, going forward, he needs to go into the gym. I don't think it's if he's working on it day in, day out, tight guard, walking guys down, I think 3 to 4 months, even 6 months, that's enough time to go from this I can't defend myself to tight.
Give himself more chance.
The thing is though, I think with Deontay Wilder, like we say, it was clumsy and horrible looking outside, but I feel like that's what makes him awkward for I feel like if he comes in with a bit more of a conventional style,
that might lose. Because that right hand comes from anyway. I've always said that, and I think it's underrated, the right hand, even though he's wild, he still knows when to throw it. And
at that age, does he have the adaptability? I can't think of many fighters who have adapted. The only one I can think of so far from the top of my head is Marco Barrera, who changed after 43 fights.
Let me say one thing. If you're fighting Derek Chisora, he could probably hit you with 10 right hands in one round.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying about Wilder is like he's so bad that he can only land 2 right hands in 6 rounds. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, his technique is that bad. To just simply learn how to touch someone with a right hand.
His punch output is not a lot. His punch output.
Boxes, where he got his strength. He's not that power.
A bit like Jamonte Davis. Jamonte Davis' punch output isn't there. But he knows. But he counter puncher. But when he throws his shots, he knows his landing. With Wilder, he knows his.
I don't think Wilder knows what his style is. I don't think Wilder's ever needed a style.
No, he don't have one.
He don't have a style. He's never needed one because he just waited.
Wait.
I think only since maybe the Fury fight or maybe a bit before did he start look like he's maybe trying to work on things. I say that by going back to the Ortiz fight, like I said, where maybe he looked more patient. But whether he was working on the style or not, he's got away with just that punch power. So I think, in terms of you trying to make them changes and things like that, I don't know. It seems like a myth. But what do you think is next then for Wilder? Where would he go? Me personally, I want to see Wilder with Dylan White.
Thing is, that's the part I don't want to see. But again, I don't think Wilder should take this rematch course. I think we should go away, and I think this will be the true test of a champion. Is going away, rebuild himself, rebrand himself to shut down all quick. Because he can go in there, knock Fury out in the next fight, get his belt back, then go and lose to AJ, lose to Dylan White, all just because he ain't built up that boxing ability. Then it's like now tarnishing his whole record. So I'd rather some go away, get all the fundamentals behind it, then come back and school everyone.
Right now, is there anything in it for Dylan White to fight Wilder? Wilder's not going to have to offer.
I think Brandon rights. It's bragging rights.
Yeah, you're a fighter, you're heavyweight, and they're massive fights. That just said that at a football stadium in England. Dylan White, I think Dylan White has built up so much following now. He's got such a big fan base.
I think so.
What's the outcome?
Provided Dylan White, Wilder.
Yeah.
I'm still with Wilder.
I still give it to Wilder, only because listen, no one's got what Fury's got. That basically that presence. And what you got to remember is Dylan White, I'm pretty sure, is a shorter man. That right hand's coming over the top. It's going to land.
As much as I want Dylan White to win that, I wouldn't be shocked if Wilder doesn't win a round.
White ain't got good head movement like that, innit? He's there to get hit.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's not like the Brazil kind of fight.
He beats White. But with Wilder, when you're technically that bad, it's not like the right hand can't set up well, innit? It does set up eventually, but it can't set up well. If White can take him out early, it's possible, but I just don't see it happen.
White throws a wild left hook himself, so he don't want to overcommit to the right hand and misses and gets
I love that catch left hook that Dylan White does. If you watch it against a Chisora fight, anytime, I think catch it with the left, anytime. Nah, he does it with the left hand.
Same hand?
Yeah. That's what he did to Joshua in the second round as well. With the left hand then.
It's beautiful. Anything touches down here, up there, boom, he comes straight back down against Chisora. He does it a few times.
Same man counter,
Even if you catch Deontay Wilder's right hand, you probably still...
You ain't gonna throw.
And that's my biggest thing. You have such a big weapon in that hand. How can you not touch something like that every single round? We're just saying once, just one time for him, man.
Even the clinch, just put it in there.
That is the biggest.
But the thing is, I think when you're in the ring, if you get caught with a shot, you know I ain't getting caught with that shot again. If I take a straight right hand, I know I'm watching that hand. I ain't getting caught with that again.
With
So
what?
I understand that, but I understand
why
that right hand still, if that is your weapon, like you're saying,
should know different variations
right,
to get
you
it
know
off
that
the
your training, your style is based around landing this, then there's no way you should be going through fights with not landing it in a round.
Yeah.
It should be constant. That should just be doing whatever you can to get that round.
Or at least disguise some ways to set it up. Because I think he must have landed 2 or 3 against Fury in the first 2 rounds. But I think Fury sort of knew it was coming, pulled away from him.
Even further from that, if your right hand's such a weapon, how many right hands to the body has he ever thrown in his whole career?
No, it's not a body punch. Not a body punch.
It's just it's just
But
simple
again,
basic.
shall I tell you what it is? I think that's because his fundamentals are so bad, he's going to get caught with a left hook uppercut trying to get in there. Because he's going to find it so wild.
He'll get knocked down, throwing around to the body, just because his feet are so bad.
But just to clarify, I'm saying with all them flaws, it's only because of how good Fury is that he made him look that bad. He would have still got away with that against a lot of other people. Like, let's say AJ. This is the debate we was having earlier on.
Okay,
Wilder versus AJ.
This is a long going debate, and for me, obviously, AJ, if he gets hit on chin, he's gonna go down.
You can say
because Wilder's got that power. If AJ gets hit, but you got to remember, AJ is a lot more technically sound than Wilder. Wilder, he's gonna come in, he's gonna see that coming, he's gonna catch it, he's gonna throw it back. And I don't think Wilder will be able to take AJ shots.
Alright. That being said,
especially on the inside.
I didn't ask for life stories. I just asked.
Okay. I'm saying, I reckon AJ wins.
Right, taking away the fact that we're saying Wilder before the Fury loss, so just say it hasn't affected him mentally because we know boxing, he can come back half the man. Take that away, you full 100% confident at his peak Wilder, you're saying AJ.
Rich, I'll tell you the reason why I say that. It's because no one can go in there against AJ and thinks they're not going to get hit. You might have that biggest right hand in the world, but you're going to get hit. And the fact is, AJ is not just going to carry away. He's going to come in, and that's when Wilder's going to start doing all these bollocks. He's going to get caught, and that's going to deter him. Well, you see how quick he was. He got a stiff jab against Fury. Was like shit. So obviously, AJ's a much heavier.
The body shot that dropped him shows how bad.
No, but the thing is, again, if you watch that. And this is why I think the commentators were quite biased, didn't it? Obviously his balance was gone. If you look at the upper camera, as he was walking, his feet was tripped up, and then he was hit.
Who tripped him? Who's tripped him?
His legs tripped over Fury's.
He was walking backwards. He was walking backwards. This is boxing. When you get hurt, when you decide, I'm gonna get out of here. When you take a shot, you know what, you man? I'll see you later. No, you slide out of there. One foot behind that.
Listen, it was off balance, but what made it worse is if you've got an obstacle there and you get hit here, he got his leg tangled.
We're getting video footage.
VAR.
We'll get back to you. I'm not having it.
I'm not even talking about that angle. I'm talking about the bird's eye view angle.
There is contact of the leg.
But not much contact.
If Wilder wasn't walking like this, there wouldn't have been contact. If he was doing what he needed to do,
we're not talking about his stance right now. We're talking about where his feet was.
Alright.
Why were his feet there?
Because he was back.
I'll be even straight. Let's go back to the topic.
He was moonwalking, that's what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. Wilder or AJ?
Wilder.
Wilder or AJ?
AJ, man.
See, that's 2 for 2. He's trying to say
he
thinks it's one side.
He's finished.
You guys are basing it off of, alright, AJ's been clipped. How has he been clipped? Alright, with Ruiz, he got caught in an exchange trying to finish him. That was a lucky punch. So him saying that, I got hit by the gods. I do think that is by the gods. Because literally, that is out of desperation. Povetkin.
3-4 rounds, Povetkin was touching him up.
But he's a quick under the guard fighter. So you can understand that. He probably hasn't experienced that before. Again,
Klitschko, overhand right.
Overhand right. But
how many rounds did it take to land the overhand?
Exactly.
This is a 41-year-old.
No, it doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
Why does he want to fight?
Look at Mayweather.
Mayweather's the screenshot. You can't say that.
Say that again?
Mayweather's hitting people right hand for fun.
Klitschko, don't get me wrong, Klitschko sets up the round way better than Wilder does. But you can't remember the first round Klitschko landed that fight. He was catching right, he was catching Joshua right before.
No. Yeah, flush. To the point where he's like shit.
Look at Klitschko's record, that guy hits hard. Not as hard as Wilder. Klitschko's hitting your right hands and you're saying
young, hungry. At the time, Klitschko is a safety first fighter.
Yeah, but we're not talking about whether he would have won the fight. We're talking about If he's landing that punch.
The right hand, yeah, but he was still cautious in the box, right? And he managed to land that.
He's been like that his whole career though.
Who?
Yes,
what I'm saying is, but he landed the right hand. So if Wilder, let's have it right, Wilder wants what AJ's got.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Wilder looks to AJ, it must burn. You was a world champion before this man, and you got him and Eddie Hearn going over to America. Who's Wilder? Do you even know Wilder? You're not even known like that in your own country. Yeah. He wants what AJ's got.
Of course.
And I think the man that will get in there, the way he'll be, like what we're saying about how he can knock land them right hands. In how many rounds? I reckon against AJ he's landing that right.
Okay, cool.
I reckon he's following it with that much belief and purpose.
The fight's just started. Because from what you sounded like he's just going to go in there, no fear. And
No.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's exactly. Listen, I'm telling you now, if Wilder gets in there with AJ, he knows AJ's no mum. He knows that he can get counted. He's going to be cautious. He ain't going to be going there thinking, I'm just going to land it at will. He's going to be cautious. And by him being cautious, his left hand's down, because his hands are here all the time. He's going to get a stiff jab and think, oh shit, that's not even the right hand. He's going to get caught. But he's going to get caught.
Josh's jab isn't as long as Fury. You reckon Josh can land that jab just that easy against Wilder?
I reckon
I can. Shall I tell you why? Because
people like Melina.
I reckon AJ jab is got a lot shorter.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter. And then got to look at the density in his arms, like the weight in his arms.
But I think the way AJ will box, in my personal opinion, is on AJ now.
Inside, not from up.
I don't. Me personally, I love AJ when he fights like that. I don't understand why he don't fight like that all the time. But as soon as he starts trying, it's like he likes to box. He wants to become a boxer. If he goes in there against Wilder and goes in there with no respect, walks in there, bullies him, I think he gets him out of it. But I find with AJ, he gets caught in the middle of am I a boxer, am I a fighter? And if he stands off, going back to the range that we were saying Wilder loves, if AJ tries to give him that range, I think.
Shall I tell you what I think that is? Because obviously, I watched AJ fight his whole career. In the beginning, I felt like he had a set style. He was like young, hungry, aggressive fighters who come in, multiple combinations. Obviously, since he's won his world title, he's now starting to play safer. And also, he's around that England camp all the time. GB. He's seeing them fighters, up and coming, Patrick Cormac, all these other fighters, Jordan Reynolds, all these other fighters.
Amateur boxing.
Amateur boxing, in and out. If you look at his fights, that's what he's starting to adopt. And he's starting to adopt these Commonwealth Games medalists, gold medalists. He's starting to adopt their style of boxing. And obviously that doesn't work for him. You see in that Fury fight, it was boxing on the back foot. He's not made for that. He's not elusive like Fury. Too much weight.
Natural.
So I think with Joshua, he's still trying to establish his own style of boxing that he can cater to. Now, that clearly didn't work for him. So now he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. What's good for my frame?
So we'll see. Obviously, going back to the style, then we'll have to wait to see what AJ will see against Pulev if that fight happens.
What's the height difference?
Similar.
Pulev's a big man.
And he's going to be whipping body shots.
I think my gut instinct was Pulev is getting banged out because I think he's got that slow, Cumberland stuff.
I think Pulev will have a moment of success in there, but not enough. I think Joshua
walks through him, man. 1, 2.
The thing is, with heavyweight boxing, like it is literally down to one punch. Either way, we've seen it with the AJ fight. Got clipped. His whole thing went fucked up.
What's that?
When AJ got clipped by Ruiz.
Man. Was it the first man? He was left completely discombobulated, wasn't he?
He was left discombobulated. He was left confuzzled.
That setup was longer than Wilder's.
I was nervous.
Mike could have big words.
We had a bet. I took Jordan's word. He told me that word the other day. I said I'll get in the interview before.
He told you like 20 minutes ago.
But bloody hell, I'm lost now. This is the moment. No, but
one more debate. Come, one more debate.
Fury AJ.
Woo! And we not even touched down on that yet.
I thought it was the main one.
I always tell people, from time I saw Fury 400 pounds, but he said he was losing weight, he's undefeated against any heavyweight. Unless he gets clipped lucky, he's going to beat everyone.
Fury beats AJ for me.
Okay, cool. So,
but wait, let me just add one thing. The only fight I would pick to beat Fury is AJ.
Yeah, so I was just going to touch on that. The reason why I say that is because you got to look at Fury. Obviously, he's an occasional fighter. He gets built up to occasionally. He performs on the highest level of fight. But you got to look at what styles worked against Fury. The styles that's worked against him is people that are pushing him back and they're fighting. They're not no taxi driver that's doing it every other weekend. There's someone who's actually fighting and they can fight against that. Now AJ, he's going to throw combinations. I don't think Fury's going to have his hands behind the back against the ropes in a Muhammad Ali shuffle.
But Yeah.
I'm telling you now, AJ on the inside, I think he eats Fury.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't think Fury's going to be able to, again, bounce away and keep him on the outside.
I agree with what you said about if anyone out there in the heavyweight division can do it, it will be the likes of AJ with the style. But I can't see it happening. He's gone from one extreme to the other in the both Wilder fights. He's gone from complete back-footed boxing, jittery, whatever they was calling it, but I love that fake, letting the hands go and moving off. The balance and the timing was exceptional. To the other extreme of come forward, 1, 2, fall in, the headlock, bro.
And you know what?
I think against AJ, all he's got to do is find the middle ground.
I give him both credit as well, because Fury is good at boxing the back foot, but he come out against Wilder and put on it. And Joshua normally good at coming forward combinations, but against Reese went on the back foot. So
was AJ boxing on the back foot as good as Fury boxing on the front foot?
No, of course not. They both that.
No, but I'm comparing them against their natural.
My point is they both show adaptability, and that's what makes you show as a champion.
I'm going based on against their natural. AJ wants to come forward, Fury wants to go backward naturally. But by them doing kind of the other way,
the moment.
Fury couldn't adapt as good as AJ.
Is Fury going to have a bigger moment than boxing Joshua in a stadium? Like that's going to be. Jordan touched on
stepping up.
Yeah, Jordan touched on Fury being a fight in the moment. And
it's not a bigger moment.
Yeah, it's not a bigger moment.
For me, one thing I'm saying though, Fury, whenever you see someone as a threat, he cusses them. He never saw Wilder as a threat. You always picked up Wilder. Wilder's going to be AJ. Charles Martin's going to be AJ. Clinton's going to be AJ. I think even he knows himself. That's my biggest rival.
100%.
I'm going to say something so outlandish. Now, not to take anything away from Tyson Fury, but I think personally, looking at it, just in terms of the whole boxing world, the reason why I touched on earlier is has Wilder fought a bigger man before that's actually physically bigger than him. Is because yes, Fury's adapted, he's walked him down, but I think that's to be expected. If you're not naturally bigger than someone, stronger than him, yeah, you can get caught with the right hand, but so can anyone. Deontay Wilder's defense is so bad. Fury knows he can walk him
once you've got past the danger of that
Once you're in that range where you can't get that full leverage, that's why it's a great win for Fury. It's a great thing for Britain. It's a great thing to set up the AJ Fury fight, but we can't take away Wilder has no defense, so it was only a matter of time before he got clipped and he got found out that anyone who throws any sort of combination of confidence without that fear in the head, he was going to get found out. And that's why I was talking about the bigger fight, because obviously
where you getting at? What you getting at in terms of the AJ?
So the AJ Ruiz, AJ Fury, he ain't going to do that to AJ.
What? Yeah, President, you don't need to. But
no, the thing is, we're talking about not need to, but he's only going to have one style of boxing against AJ, and that is boxing on the back foot. Being
you're wrong.
Listen, I'm telling you now, he's not going to get involved.
You're wrong, man.
Because AJ's strength in that fight is on the inside.
But let's talk about
Joshua
on the inside of that fight.
Let's talk about AJ and Klitschko, for example. They both stood off and were fencing each other, and Klitschko landed his shots, Joshua landed his shots. You tell me that Fury can't stand off Joshua without moving away? That fence waving.
No. The thing is, but what I'm saying is he going to do that for the 12 round?
No, in spots.
Yeah,
in spots he'll do it.
If I was training, by the way, they call me Mickey Miyagi in the gym.
That's new.
Boxing knowledge, Miyagi knowledge. Right, if I'm training him, I'm training Fury to hold the center of the ring against AJ. Go out there, don't back up, but don't walk him down, because we know AJ on the inside, uppercut hook is beautiful. His inside game is beautiful. You don't want to throw a right hand full on to one of them shots. So I will have him coming out, holding the center, being the bigger man, he's taller than him, gonna have a longer jab, holding that center. Every time AJ tries to get close to him, bomb, two simple three shots, and hold that center, back AJ up. Cool. Before Saturday, Fury was a pillow puncher in people's eyes. He's shown that there's no pillow punches in heavyweight boxing. You know what I'm saying? Them gloves. If AJ gets hit by a 1-2, even though he's that much stronger, if he walks onto a Fury 1-2, he's gonna come back and think again about how to go. He's gonna have a cautious approach. So I don't think Fury necessarily needs to go on the back foot. As long as he's sharper and more clinical with his shots, I think he can afford to hold the center and just be the bigger man, be the instigator.
Do you think he's going to be able to do that? Because the reason why I say that is because I think AJ's power will make him back.
AJ's power? AJ's got to land first, man.
No, but the thing is, you're telling me he's
not... right now. You got AJ. I got Fury.
You got 100 pounds.
Oh, you see it.
Okay, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, who you got?
That's not kind of the bar. That's the future world champion. The future undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
But
Undisputed.
Undisputed.
I got the bar as well. But that is a good test. You know what I mean? That is a good test. I think he can lose this fight and still go on to become that fighter. It could make him a better fighter. So I'm not ruling that choice, but I am pick. If I have to pick, you don't let no one sit on the fence. If I have to pick, I'm going with the bar.
So I think Joe Joyce is gonna beat someone who's not meant to beat. Could be anyone, and with his style, it's dirty.
Yeah, the man's very technically, very educated in the ring, very smart.
I think the bar wins. I do think he wins. I'd like to see where he is in 2-3 years' time. How he'll perform against AJ and the other.
I think
Fury will probably be out of the picture by then.
I reckon them two will be a different. All the top heavyweights will be out of the picture by the time Joyce and Dubois get to that level. I don't think they need to risk it with the younger. Do you know what I mean? Like Calzaghe with Carl Froch.
Who's that other matchroom fighter that Americans got in there? From Petersburg, I believe.
Billy Joe Canelo.
Canelo.
Canelo round 9.
He's right now.
We've got Southern Area bantamweight champion Ryan Walker.
Call him the snowman. You say Canelo or who?
Canelo Billy Joe.
Wait. Fury Wilder. Fury AJ.
Fury AJ. Boom.
AJ Wilder.
3-2.
Hold on, I said Fury. I just said Joshua could.
Fury
beats AJ, but if anyone wants to beat
Wilder,
Fury,
okay.
beat AJ.
Wilder AJ, that's 3-2.
Dylan White, Wilder.
Dylan White. I don't know why I'm saying that, but Dylan White.
Against Wilder. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, Dylan White.
Yeah,
next one.
Canelo Saunders.
Canelo.
What you saying?
100% Canelo.
I'm gonna say this, yeah. I used to be Billy Joe Saunders' #1 fan. You know when everyone was criticizing him, whatever, I said this guy's good. He beats Lemieux, and now everyone overrates him. Fam. Lemieux was a bum, innit? I grilled him so bad, he blocked me on Instagram, innit? I grilled him so bad, Lemieux, he blocked me. I was like, you lost to this guy, you lost to him. Like, you have no skill.
And then it's true. And he's a flat-footed boxer.
Yeah.
Someone who boxes moves like Billy Joe Saunders is always going to make him shoot, especially as a southpaw. Now, Canelo Saunders, again, like Saunders, I don't think we've actually seen the best of him because obviously he gets his fight, he gets his money, he disappears, goes on a bender for the best part of the year. Now, I think it all depends on how long he gets to train for this fight.
Billy Joe
Saunders, because since the
so when's the rumored date?
May 2nd, isn't it?
May 2nd.
Okay.
So it's enough time.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be done.
Yeah.
Canelo's gone on leaps and bounds since he's fought Mayweather.
Yeah.
But has he fought someone?
The likes of a defensive.
Defensive, counter puncher, slips, move.
so cool?
I'm gonna go out there, Billy Joe Saunders.
I like it.
Let me just ask you something, yeah? How is Billy Joe Saunders gonna mount an offense to get past Canelo's defense?
Yeah.
How is he gonna land on Canelo?
How did Golovkin land?
See, wait. Let me see my iPhone. Let me see my iPhone. We'll tie into the same thing. Personally, I think Billy Joe is gonna be the better boxer. I think a lot of boxing fans are gonna say Billy Joe won the fight. I think the decision is gonna go to Canelo. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say Billy Joe won the fight because I think Billy Joe will land more punches, whether they're spiteful punches or hurtful punches or not. I think punches landed will be in Billy Joe's favour, and I think Canelo's gonna be missing a lot more punches. But in terms of what you said, like you said, how is he going to get past Canelo's defense? I don't think he's necessarily going to get engaged. I think Billy Joe being Billy Joe, southpaw, awkward, rangy, I can see him just popping that double jab backhand
He's gonna
and
punch
stepping out. Even if he's touching arms, gloves, whatever he's touching, boom, step off, make Canelo miss. So it might not be exciting for the Mexican fans and the American, they like the aggressive style. But I think
Same way with that, obviously with no Billy Joe Saunders to fade at the second half of fights. And again, Canelo, from the start of the fight and to the end of the fight, he does fade as well. Now, whether he does
who's body shots?
Canelo.
What, the body shots that he digs in?
Yeah.
So
he's
Put them together well.
Yeah, so you're
Best
making
defensive
it.
shot.
But is his feet sharp enough to get on top of Billy Joe?
Because obviously, even back when he fought Mayweather, he was a body puncher then. Obviously, his IQ's gone up, so the way he'll get in there is a bit different now. But I just think, depending if Billy Joe Saunders is serious and he knows his fight's coming from now and he's training in the gym, I'll give it to him.
Come on, what you say?
I used to think Saunders would beat him.
Canelo.
But Canelo will come in ultra instinct. He even got walking down.
Ultra instinct, you know,
just-
Dragon Ball Z reference.
Wait, what's that? What's old? What is that?
It's like the perfect defense. You can see everything coming and you're just evading the
You're
ball.
just naturally just in the flow.
You know what I'm
You're in the
saying?
flow, you're in the zone. I'm thinking, Canelo, he won't have to press you, just wait for you,
What if
you
Billy
throw
Joe-
shots and just miss. It's
What
going to make
if
you
Billy
miss.
Joe been in that hyperbolic timetable?
I don't think he has. He looked
It
terrible.
would come out like Martian Boo, bro.
He looked terrible in his last two fights.
No, he has. But again, much like Fury,
Occasion, a big occasion, he steps up. The Lemieux wasn't built up as a big occasion.
Yeah.
And I know, fair enough, it was overrated. Lemieux was dead, but he still boxed perfectly.
How many years ago was that?
What, the Lemieux fight?
Yeah.
Man, you're the purist. Come on,
I don't know.
You're the
Okay,
fact
so
guy.
I've got a number of facts for you. Now, obviously, Canelo's considered in his prime right now. Prime Canelo or prime Joe Wood?
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Don't disrespect the team.
No, listen.
I like
No, what I'm saying is, Canelo's good for what there is right now, innit?
I like this. I like this. This is
Canelo started at 154, Ward started at 168. There's a big difference.
I'll go on.
Okay.
Nick that in the punch. You see, no, you got to take the L on that.
Andre Ward.
I know Andre Ward's a guy as well. That makes it even worse. Boom. Middleweight Canelo versus middleweight Hagler.
Oh,
What? You can't do that.
You know what? You know what it is?
He got to the top, didn't he?
That is a hard fight, and truthfully.
Why can't I do it? What's wrong with that?
because Hagler is the greatest middleweight of all time.
Who?
He's the greatest middleweight of all time from back in 90.
Alright, well, Canelo is now.
greatest
Canelo is
middleweight.
now.
Furthermore, Canelo gets to the ring 175, Hagler's actually 160. There's a difference, isn't it?
Alright, cool. So we're going to do
You're saying
middleweights.
Canelo's a lot bigger.
We're going to do middleweights.
I'll still probably pick
Even though he
Hagler.
started boxing at, you're
Comparing
saying.
areas like that is a bit too tough.
But you're saying-
And there's a legend, bro.
Purist boxing.
Comparing.
Hagler v. Jones.
Hagler
Jones.
versus Jones.
Who wins that? I middle or super middle.
No man born can beat Roy Jones.
There we go. RJ. We're talking about the greatest middleweight of all time, bro.
Come on,
No, but he had that cute back defense.
That man just shot
The thing is, you got to look at RJ0, innit? He was so good, he had to keep going up. Because he wasn't getting out in his weight.
Bro, he had a weight cut. Hagler was just actually at 160, innit? Like, he would get into the ring 160. You know what I'm trying to say, innit? But that man all way
No,
back.
but he started at 154.
Yeah, but that's his own problem, fam. He's defending
RJ.
his case because of he don't put on no weight.
Bro, he's head.
Bro,
He's
it was the same day we back then, isn't it?
Oh yes, sir. That's why you're the purist, bro.
No, truthfully, I think that fight, Hagler v.
Same
Canelo,
day, that is the same day we.
I think that is an
Like,
interesting fight.
I'm doing 15 rounds in it.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
You know what,
No,
truthfully,
but they would actually go into the weigh-in at their weight, innit? So they would have put on
Yeah, no one
their
will.
health.
Yeah, obviously, what's it called? Got more scientific in it. The weight training and all that stuff. Now everyone knows how to hydrate better and all that. So that's
I'd give Canelo, you know.
what over here.
Hagler.
The reason why I say this, Hagler is going to walk him down, he's going to switch up styles.
Canelo neater.
Canelo's neat, he's going to counter punch him, but I just don't think. I mean, Hagler was just such a workhorse. He just wore people down.
I was about to say, he's
Yeah,
I can't
I
remember
think
from you.
Canelo he might be able to do it.
one of them ones. Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas. That's this weekend.
No one cares about that fight. No one cares about it.
No,
I don't even know who it is, bro.
I need to do a video on that. I can't consider my own.
I ain't gonna watch Vargas.
I'm getting Mikey Garcia. I'm getting Mikey
I feel
Garcia.
Vargas will beat
But also, you got to look at.
See, is Jesse Vargas a full-on? Is he the one that
Vargas
Kell
got fight
Brook? Is he the
154.
one that Kell Brook was gonna box?
Yeah.
Way back.
But
I still don't know
Mikey
too tough.
Garcia,
Garcia's
his
gonna-
last fight was against Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Has that played a part on his men?
Yeah, I think that they're about to get battered the way he did. A one-sided fight, 12 rounds. You're not
the same.
that way, man.
Even Lipinets gave Mikey trouble.
That's Errol Spence though, his fight, bro. That's different.
Levels.
Yeah, no, it's levels.
It's a different
But
level.
again, like Kell Brook was never the same once he fought Golovkin. So you just got to take away from injuries. Is his psyche going to be the same?
Nah,
Now,
Kell Brook's
obviously-
back now. Have you seen his last fight, bro? He's back.
That's it. That's it. He's back.
Okay, fighting bums still.
What you say? He's back.
Yeah, bro.
You
No,
believe
his
he's
last fight, he done alright.
He's not. No, he done alright.
You believe
But
he's
you
back?
think if he fought Terence Crawford
He
tomorrow,
was
he was going to get banged?
calling out. He was calling out Spence.
He's
He was
calling
saying he wants
Spence,
to-
Liam
he
Smith.
wants to
Even
fight
Liam Smith, I think, does him.
I don't even.
I think Liam Smith does Kell Brook because Kell Brook hasn't been the same for years.
Who Liam Smith beat?
Liam Smith ain't been no one. But I'm saying he's been Kell Brook.
Beef.
I don't know
I'm
about that
saying,
one.
listen. Prior to all the injuries, Kell Brook,
He was a man.
he was the man, 147. unfortunately, he lost the fight to Errol Spence because
I never thought he was a man. I never thought he was a man at one point.
No, but the thing is,
I think peak Amir Khan beat him.
I'm
Listen,
saying,
but I'm
no
not
one has
talking about
ever dealt with Sean Porter the way Cole Booker dealt with Sean Porter.
Yeah, it does.
you got to look at it, yeah? Bro, how can you talk to me about Amir Khan, bro? You can't even, bro, listen, how can you talk to me about Amir Khan? My man walked out the ring, yeah, because he didn't want no smoke from Terence Crawford. He wouldn't want no smoke. He went home, he was complaining to his wife on social media, bro, saying AJ it's all right. The guy's lost.
Don't diss Amir Khan, bro. He's one of my own.
He's one of us, man.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is,
Now, but listen, AK, on the subject, fair enough, his last few fights he's done. He that era of boxing, remember, he turned pro in 2004, 2005 after the Olympics.
oh, it was
Amir Khan, the likes of James Gal, George Groves, and them man that come from the 2008 era and retired in that. So the guy's obviously
yeah, he's done.
But he's peak, you can't diss Amir Khan, man.
No, he's a massive fighter. What I'm saying is, he can't be in the conversation now. Him and the Kell Brook fight should have happened years ago.
No, that's what I was saying. I was saying, but you were saying Kell Brook was the man at 147.
One thing you got to admit, Khan ducked Brook.
He did.
Yeah, but right. So this for me, this comes more into the business side of things. I can rate Khan for refusing to fight Brook because he didn't need Brook. He was a bigger name than Brook. Brook wanted Khan for the clout.
I get that.
He did. But you've been in the ring with Zab Judah, Mark Barrera.
Listen to this, man told him, you've got a world title, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
Brook had a title, Khan did it.
But how many people have done that?
Listen,
how many people have done that?
so you'd rather get knocked out by Canelo, than go for a world title, and then when you take
he believes he's going to win a fight.
you take two comeback fights after the Canelo fight, and you still don't want to fight him. What's going on?
But that's like Brook fighting Jesse Vargas. He refused to fight him, and then he went to fight Golovkin at the same time.
But that's because that was a money issue, though, isn't it? Like,
but you would have been unified champion.
I said it from back then. You should have took less money just to fight Vargas
and become unified. Yeah.
But
it's the same as Amir Khan for Canelo.
You check your bank account.
Khan obviously thought he was going to beat Canelo.
What about having two comeback fights and you still don't want to fight him?
Yeah, he's done that. I'm not defending that side. He's done it. But I think it's pride and ego now. It's gone beyond like even money and all that bullshit. You don't need the money.
I think just from a fan's perspective.
But now when he's ducking and all that, I think Khan
either of them two, they shouldn't have any other fights. No fans.
Get away with each other.
Unless they with each other, no one should.
Don't even fight. But even that, it'll be bittersweet to see them fight now because I think, like you said,
they're both past it.
It would have been a great fight in their peaks of their power.
I still think it would be a good fight.
It would be a good fight.
I think it's a good fight, but they've still got big names.
It's going to be like Ricky Out and was it Witter, Junior Witter?
Nah, I think it's.
You know about them man there. Don't forget Furious Age and all.
I'll tell you what that fight's going to be like. This pub on a Sunday night, bro, or Saturday night after your favourite team's lost the London Derby. Khan and Brook in the next fight. Because they're both shot. I don't care what anyone says.
This is a very prestigious bar, by the way, not pub. Just to put that out there, okay?
So who will win £12.50 for J2O?
So who wins? Brook knocked him out.
Brook shot. You don't lose power.
Khan's punch strong, innit?
And you lose reflexes and speed.
The
Power
thing
is
is-
the last thing you lose.
Yeah, his power's the last thing to go. Brook's timing ain't there at the minute. He's there. I think everything of his whole aura is there.
And I think what made Brook great, Khan great, you lose that, man. Age, once that goes, you know what I mean, the timing, the speed. He was always a speed fighter. That's what his strengths were. Boom.
I think after 6 rounds, Khan in the same fight.
Yeah, of course, because he can't fight planted. But I think a lot of boxers that go far in the amateurs in Great Britain have the same problem. I think AJ is similar. Like that. He guards on the inside, he does look good, but he don't look comfortable with his hands up on the tight guard on the inside. I think most TV boxers are like that.
I think going forward, if that fight happens, well done. If it doesn't, I couldn't be asked. But no one cares to talk about it right now.
Callum Smith versus Gennady Golovkin.
I think Smith wins.
No, I'm not even. I ain't seen Smith do.
Because didn't Golovkin's last fight was up in the air, wasn't it? Devinchenko?
I thought Devinchenko beat him.
Yeah. So again, you can't
I think
have
he's kind of coming down.
Yeah, he's up in Asia now.
He's at his peak times, but I think the next couple fights.
And I don't think Golovkin's going to be able to land that looping right hook on top of Smith's head. It's too big.
And the jab on jab's going to be good for him.
Yeah.
But if you come inside on Smith, he's very vulnerable sometimes.
Yeah, he is.
But also Smith, he's like that kind of fighter. He rises to the occasion as well. Of course.
And Golovkin is never needed to work his way on the inside of anyone. He kind of just lands at the heavy jab.
Yeah.
He's always been the bigger guy, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's never had to work on that
Again, like if you look at him with Canelo, it was all 1-2 punches. He never landed combos, and that's what he'll need against Smith. And I don't think he's going to do that.
Canelo and Jacobs, the two biggest punches he's fought. He weren't trying to walk man down, innit?
No, yeah, you're right.
When he fights out a puncher, he gets a bit not scared, but
he boxes different.
cautious.
Yeah, he bullies people when he knows he can.
yeah, exactly. But seeing as it's something, it's not the same fight, isn't it?
So again, even with him, I mean, he's been 160 for the longest time. He could have moved up to fight Andre Ward when he was still boxing. He didn't want that smoke.
That's the funniest thing. Man thought Andre would beat me at 164. Also, I need to fight 175, bro. So I'm moving up, not down, fam.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting. The boxing world, obviously, England.
It's picked up a lot though. You see even better fights now.
Bear fights, got the
Everyone's
terrestrial
avoiding each
TV
other.
with Frank Warren, he's just got that. So obviously, you're going to see new upcoming fighters get given opportunities, new pay-per-view stars coming up in the next few years.
I just want to say one thing, though. Can you admit that this whole boom in boxing is because of Anthony Joshua?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I know you hate him, but
No. I don't hate him. Me. I don't even gonna touch down on this topic because this is an intense topic. But me, I think there was a lot of milking the game going on, you know what I mean? And I feel like obviously the reason fighters are worth so much money is because of the fans that pay to watch them. So I don't like seeing them same fighters depriving the fans of the fights that they deserve. For instance, the Wilder, as everyone said, that should have been AJ in the ring with Wilder a long time ago. And obviously, I don't know the politics, but the vibe we will get, the vibe the casual boxing fan gets is this is over 5-10%, 15%.
That's nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes you got to take that hit. Cool, if Wilder's demanding 50-50 or even 60-40, but you think you're worth so much more. At the end of the day, if it gets the fight done and gets it over the hurdle and gets the fans what they want to see and proves to everyone who's the best, then make it happen. And I didn't like the way AJ and even Eddie Hearn went over to America and went about belittling Wilder. I felt like they belittled him as a person to make out that AJ, he wasn't worth fighting AJ or AJ weren't worth taking 50.
So with that same way, obviously, in boxing it's a two-way street, isn't it? Because had Wilder went into fight and he knew he was going to get paid 15%, if you know you can beat him and take the fight and then
that's what we were talking about earlier. That's why I'm not just trying to criticize AJ for it. You know, like Wilder, me as a fighter, I understand your work. It's the fight game. You don't want to take punches. You're not getting paid the right amount for. But if you genuinely believe you're gonna knock this guy out and take all these belts, take the loss of the income, take less than what you think you're worth, prove to the world who the man is, and then earn your money back on the next fight. But all that being said, you got the credit where credit is due. It's down to AJ, and it's down to the AJ, the brand as well. You know what I mean? Not just AJ, Eddie Hearn. Like certain things just seem to happen at a certain time for a certain reason. And you could say that Eddie Hearn come into boxing when he did, AJ winning a medal. All that timing worked hand in hand for each other. Eddie Hearn was pumping a lot of money, investing, building the fight game into something we haven't had for a long time. And then we gotta get an Olympic heavyweight gold medalist turning professional. You know what I mean? It just seemed like obviously it worked out.
It all goes hand in hand.
So I'm not just saying it's because of AJ, innit? But AJ
just
was
add
in the
one
middle.
thing here. Lou DiBella got Wilder a meeting with the Zone for $120 million offer, and they sacked Lou DiBella for getting him the meeting.
Who sacked him?
Wilder's
camp.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they got the meeting with the Zone.
So why they
made
sack
them
him?
look bad for saying no.
So who? Sorry.
Lou DiBella got Wilder a meeting with the Zone.
Yeah, and they said no to 120 mil.
Yeah.
So they sacked Lou DiBella for even getting him in the first place.
Yeah.
Why? Why did they say no? Because of it's the Zone, Eddie Hearn's thing.
It's BBC, innit?
BBC want to keep everything in house, innit?
So what are you getting at? What's your?
I'm just saying, innit? I'm saying 120 million. That's a lot of fucking money.
It's a lot of money, but we don't know what 120 mil. What it could have been a 10
million
10 fight deal.
It was 3 fights. 20 million for Brazil, 40 for AJ. You can take an interim fight for 20 more million, and then AJ again for 40 million.
So why do you say no?
There's obviously listen.
behind
Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, you give me a contract, for 100 million, I'll fight everyone. Including my mum. I'll fight my mum. I'll fight everyone. There's no boundary. I'll fight 2 people one night. Golovkin and Canelo.
My money's down on your mum, man.
Sorry, man.
You got a bit discombobulated.
Listen, everyone, give a quick final message, your Instagram, whatever.
Alright, my name is Jordan Dujon, aka the Mustard Man. Follow me under ST_Dujon.
When's the fight date?
Fight day is March 14th at York Hall. That would be me moving to 4-0, first 6-rounder. Not just around as a professional, but obviously now I'm looking to start taking people out of the game.
Ryan?
Me, my Instagram is teamfizz, or my website is teamfizz.com. I've got a next fight coming up. I'm not too sure just yet, but it's going to be confirmed soon. But it should be sometime maybe in May, but I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, my Instagram, Mickey Amu Jr. It's only Instagram at the moment, but keep it, follow up. We post all the boxing stuff we're doing behind the scenes, obviously our coaching needs to and ramblings that we had earlier on. And also a lot of young up and coming amateurs, good amateurs. Some of them we expect to be seeing in this year's Olympics. So yeah, definitely watch out for them on the Instagram page.
The man who needs no introduction. You already know who it is. I ain't got to say nothing. Just keep it posted. Follow Coach AP17. Yeah, just keep a look. And I have a lot more content for you guys. A whole coaching page, everything coming. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us. See you guys next time.